Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rainy Day Specials. This is number 4, and today we're going to make these. These are handle covers for your cast iron skillets. Something quick, easy, and fun to do. So, to get started, all we need is some scrap fabric, a couple pieces, one of batting, and one of the insulated batting. You can either use the Pulon one or the Insulbrite. This is the Pulon. Either one will work. And this is just regular 100% cotton batting. This one does have a staple in it. It doesn't have to. It doesn't matter. Just make sure it's cotton. Alright, so we have our 2 pieces. And just pick out 2 pieces of fabric. Scrap fabrics. They need to be 6" by 7", so it doesn't matter. And I think we're going to go with something fun. This one. And a matching, hey look, there we go. Perfect. Let's get started. So first off, cut these out 6" by 7". If you have a directional one, this is your 7" direction, and this is your 6" direction. There you have it. Alright, let's have some fun. Alright, so now we are going to layer it. So our insulated batting, our regular batting, and our top outside fabric. Pin this down, and you're going to quilt stitch it. Alright, so we're back at the sewing machine. Now we're going to go ahead and quilt stitch the 3 layers together. So again, these are 6" by 7" squares, and that's it. And you have your insul batting, your cotton batting, and your top outside fabric. Alright. Now we're going to place our lining fabric straight on top, lining up all the edges, and we're going to stitch down one side of the 6". So your short side, you can just do a straight stitch with a 1/2" seam allowance. So 6" side, 1/2" seam allowance. Now what we're going to do, we're going to trim away a lot of this batting. If your top stitch went over, just pull it out. Now, take your lining, pull it forward, iron it down if you need to, and you're going to run a top stitch across here about 1/8 inch from your seam. There's our top stitch, and the reason why we did that, it helps with the transition going from single layer to all of this batting. Makes a nice smooth transition. Holds it down, makes it finish nicer. So now I'm going to take this and we're going to fold it in half lengthwise. Now we're going to run a stitch from this side all the way down, straight stitch with the 1/2" seam allowance, but you're going to leave a 3" opening right through there between my 2 thumbs. Okay, there's our 3" opening. Now what you're going to do is open this up like that and push it down so that the seam is in the center. And take this over to the ironing board, and we are going to iron this seam open all the way down, just like that. Our seam is ironed flat, and as you can see, still we have our opening in the middle. Next, you're going to go ahead and stitch across here and across here. Now this is where you need to decide, do you want it squared off or do you want a round edge? So if you want it squared off, just stitch it straight down, 1/2 inch seam allowance, and that's it. But I'm going to show you with the loop, or with the rounded edge. So what I'll do is I'll lay it across here so the top is lined up, and I'm going to draw a line. They're nice little rounded corners. And now we're going to use this as our seam allowance guide, and we're going to stitch 1/2 inch in a loop. There you have that. And now we're going to trim it. I use peeking shears. If you do not have peeking shears, just trim it down to about 1/8 of an inch. Now you're going to reach inside your opening and you're going to pull it right side out. This can be difficult because this is rather thick, but I found that caving in the bottom and starting from there helps. Use something to push out your edges. I use a chopstick. Now we're going to seam this up. I just run a top stitch really close to the edge with the sewing machine. You can do it by hand. This is never going to be seamed, so it's okay to do it however you wish to do it. And there you have it. Alright. Lastly, take this, shove it in. And there you go. Simple as that. Good placement, right? I did not plan that, but that's funny.